then yeah, from here on out, Silas is just going to be ribbing at him and like smooth talking him with diplomacy, threatening him with the things that he can do with his friends and how he's already in his mind. There's more.
Sure. Roll me up to 3 checks. They can be any combination of the 3 skills you've used. I'll tell you, you'll get a +2 intimidate because you've already shown that you can read his thoughts.
Right, let's go.
Others are free to aid as they wish.
Uh,
Just so you know, I'm going to be using diplomacy, intimidate, and bluff
Fair enough.
cool.
for
Then,
anyone who wants to help.
can I just show up looking menacing with my Amulet of Radiant Splendor effects going on?
Sure.
And just kind of menacingly petting Bluebell while just like smiling after all the curses I put on him.
Sure, you can use that for your aids.
Ooh, that's a good point. Is Jade still awake?
When you got back, she pretty much would stumble back into bed.
Then here is the most intimidating looking in
Wait,
Silas's mind.
why are you not asking me? I literally
Yeah, I
have
know.
no idea.
I know. I'm probably going to pick Alana. He basically wants someone to be there and be the menacing muscle.
This is the one thing Alana can do, is intimidate.
Good. He wants you standing there as the menacing muscle, and Silas is going to grab a chair and just sort of lean back now and take on his persona as I'm the boss here, and you
And
aren't going to
Silas-
answer my questions.
Silas sits down in a chair as 2 girls behind it, or very effeminate people behind him, just start posing.
God, it just had.
This is Jojo now. But
Yeah.
yeah, if you'd rather have Lana roll Intimidate, that's certainly something we can do.
No, Silas is going to roll. I just wanted to know for the
Aids.
for the bone. Yeah, for the aids. So.
Bonus.
All right. And I'm also getting an aid from Ash for intimidate.
Yes.
Okay. Boop. And
As Ash is just kind of remarking about, the heat stroke and the itching. Oh god, the itching. It must be unbearable.
Okay then. Let's see.
and as well. While I'm also doing this, I would like to do one more thing.
Another occult skill lock. I'm not.
Yes.
I can
Hypnosis to implant a suggestion.
Okay.
A suggestion of perhaps perhaps we are a bit more
On the same side.
yes. Perhaps what they're paying you isn't really worth all this trouble.
Oh, give me another diplomacy roll.
Alright?
Unfortunately, you are trying to use an enchantment effect on the half elf.
True, it's not great, but I also have my stare, so have that. Friend.
That's a -2, so that wipes it as bonus. Anything else in that diplomacy roll?
I don't think so, which is a shame because
The other people unfortunately cannot aid you on those occult skill unlocks.
Yeah.
In which case, I'm afraid your suggestion will fail. But your intimidate and diplomacy from before will get through to him. For each one that you succeed, you can ask 2 questions of him, or 2 questions, so 4 in total, of what you want to know.
Okay. First one is I already know the name of who he's working for. Let's get their location.
As you needle him, talking about your connections, talk about what you could potentially do to him as a noble, and this maybe is not as valuable to you as you hope. As you see that place you saw in the vision before, as I'll move you quickly back to the explore map and reveal a tag. Oh wait, this is already revealed. So Wrench Vision is also Aspects Camp.
I see.
Okay. All right.
1 question down, free to go.
Yeah. What else can I ask? How many are in their group? Or is it just one working alone and hiring out mercenaries?
For his mind, you see 2 figures. Both 2 people cloaked in the white and I believe it's grey garb of Aspects, both holding holy symbols. Behind them, you can see numerous other people, blank-faced, white, but wearing the same robes. Something about them doesn't seem right.
Interesting. So not a solid number. It's just there's a group of them there.
With two seemingly important figures.
Yeah. Okay. Two seemingly important figures. Who holds sway over my curse,
Those
or
two
who is the
figures.
most likely to, in his opinion?
Okay. In which case, that first person that shows up, the man of the pair, as one's a man, one's a woman, he shows up again.
All right. Do you have direct allies that are working with you in the school?
No, you receive. Then you'll be able to learn of his specialization. He is an illusion wizard with a focus. Oh, I can't remember what fucking the sub skill was, but he has that ability where he can essentially walk into a crowd and seem like he belongs.
Right. Okay. Explains why he's able
He's-
to just wander.
Yeah.
Well then. All right. I believe I've gotten more than enough out of you. However, I can't have you going back to them just immediately and sharing anything you've learned, especially not with those talking in a shadow. What to do with you? I mean, I'm certain you aren't. You aren't stupid enough to just immediately run back. You're quite a bit more intelligent than that. What to do, and he sort of gives him a look of inviting suggestions.
Finally, after the while that you've been interrogating him, he speaks up. Well, as I said before, there's one way to sway my allegiance.
Yes, there is.
As you see in his mind the image of coin.
Well then, I'm sure you'll be more than willing enough to set a price.
In his mind, you see him start to hit the high numbers very quickly.
Do not try and oversell me.
The way I say it, I just have to bide my time before they do something stupid. Having me disappear is not the worst thing for you, with my silence.
Yes. That is
You know
true,
what?
you are. Yes. Do go on.
300 gold pieces and a favor.
And a favor. Ooh.
I recognize who you are,
A sly one, are you?
Mr. Verinar.
Oh, please.
Well, of course you would know. I told you to halt in the name of my house.
Well, yes, that certainly helped.
I would drop this if I were you.
Yes,
You know
favors
full
are.
well you couldn't get a favor out of us. You owe us plenty as it is.
Oh? Are you sure Mr. Lord Verinar over here doesn't see the value in having someone like me potentially owing him a favor back in the future?
It is true. It is very nice to have favors owed by people.
I'm not used to having to
that was
break
not
into a
the
place
that
so
was not the
sparsely
proposed exchange.
in exchange.
Besides, do you honestly believe that we couldn't just simply disappear you ourselves?
Not without a certain few people getting very upset.
Yes, no, there's
You are
no
still
need.
citizens of the country.
Yes, of course, there's no need for talks like that, Ash. Do not worry.
I'm just saying, don't push your luck.
He is correct, though. You must not push yourself and push this too far.
300 gold pieces is a very fair price, I think. My services usually go quite a bit higher than that.
Yes, indeed, but a favor. Oof. It depends on how powerful the favor, I assume.
Oh, nothing too big, I would say. Maybe just a
will
place to lay
absolutely-
low for a while. Should it come up? Something like that.
Why, that seems quite doable, actually. However, I will put a caveat on this favor.
Hmm.
That if we find the price of the favor to be too high, I withhold the right to refuse it.
We can negotiate,
Excellent.
as all favors should involve.
Excellent. That sounds wonderfully perfect for me.
Silas, you could, or everyone capable of magic will feel the Dark Whispers spell suddenly cut out.
Seems like. It seems your previous employer does not approve of this.
Well, that was me. doing that.
Oh, ah, oh, wonderful. I'm glad to see that you are so willing. Well, then this should be quite simple. I sadly do not have the funds at the current time, but I
I
will be
do.
able to. Oh, oh, would you, Ash? That would be most kind, and I will happily pay you back as soon as I can.
Of course, although I am going to expect a small amount of interest in either
Yes, worry
e-
not. We can.
either a bit of money for mostly a cart and a horse or mule, and you know we can hash out the details later. More
Yes,
important
yes,
things to do.
absolutely.
As Ash
So
just
then,
goes and grabs their 300 gold, or I suppose more appropriately, my 30 platinum.
hey,
What's this about me? Aaron's gonna lean out one of the side doors.
just a spy that we are dealing with. Do not worry.
Guys?
Yes. By the way, this spy is tied to you, and I will be speaking with you later.
Okay. Aaron closes the door again.
Excellent.
Well, we have a deal then. If
Yes,
you'd
we
untie
do.
me, I would disappear.
Silas will, through his empathic link, sort of prod curiosity to undo the binds. Still while remaining hidden, of course.
As Ash clicks their fingers and the unbearable itching stops.
Thank you, thank you. As
Fury of the Sun, however, is non-dismissible.
yeah, he should. I realize he technically should be making saves against this the entire time and not just taking damage. So never mind, he's good.
That doesn't purge the effect.
No, but it still means he's not taking damage over time.
Eh.
Which is appreciated because he's not got that much health as a wizard rogue combo.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like he'd have to do that every 10 minutes.
Oh, I see what you mean now. Second,
Shall be
For-
fine.
What'd you say my caster level was?
5.
+5.
He's already
So
done it twice, so
He needs 4 more on top of the 2.
Oh god, if he seems like he's going to be passing out from saves, let's
It's non-dismissible. I can't stop it.
no, I mean let's give him a little healing and make sure this doesn't knock him unconscious. Or at the very least, if it does knock him unconscious, we bring him back to consciousness.
no, he's still standing. Well, if you want to offer him your healing word or feeling hex, that's
No.
certainly an option. Fair
No,
enough.
there's no need for that.
As curiosity unravels the bindings behind him, he just gives a small salute and says, "I'll be seeing you, Mr. Verinar," before disappearing into the shadows.
I'm certain we will be seeing more of each other. Silas is going to be pinging psychic significance until he knows for certain that he's gone.
Aaron out the other side of the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just see, it seems like he almost went gaseous when he went invisible and slipped out the window.
Okay. Good. Gaseous form's a good one for that because he'll have Silas will have curiosity latch itself under the window and just sort of set them to watch to make sure that he's not close by.
Can be done.
Blind sense, so good. Well, that was wonderfully informative and
As I'll note down, you've taken out Pavel the Illusionist.
absolutely worth it. And yes, I shall be paying you back for this gold, as well as with some interest. I think I have a few things that you may enjoy.
Of course, if money's a problem, you could just owe me a favor as well, which I already know what I want.
I am perfectly fine with that, as
Good.
we are in a
You
working
have friends
relationship.
in
So
you have friends in high and interesting places.
yes, I do. Keep in mind, my connections are not nearly as deep nor as
No,
solid as House Varanar's itself, but
but it's fine because, as you see, I'm putting together a show, and a patron or participant or two will make it all the better.
then I shall sway. Then I shall throw out the weight of my house to get you your audience. A patron you want, and a patron you shall have.
Really, honestly, I could use participants more than patrons. Do
I,
do you
we
know
should get both.
anyone who deals in performing animals?
I'm certain I know of a few. We shall discuss this later, though.
Excellent.
Let's-
Silas, I'll allow you a mind flashback to a certain someone in a certain society saying that his powers work on animals, undead, and many other things.
Excellent. Yes. I have those that I know. Gods above, starting a chain of favors already.
Yeah, but
Jesse, when
at least Ash's was, very direct, very simple.
Good.
Jesse, when is Ash gonna harass Alana to have her mother just burst out of thin air and sing well enough that fucking random outsiders appear instead? This is
Yeah,
something that technically could happen.
yeah, I mean, but
If
that's
you give
that's
her
not
enough,
it's not the theme of the show.
that's fair. I also imagine Ari knows people, considering that she does that for a living, kinda. She's like that. Like the hotel lobby kind of like singers. She's like
Mhm.
that, but not cringy. Am I wrong?
But yeah, I suppose Alana would have been there for that very brief conversation. She wants her
Alana's in the middle of
time up.
leaving, and she just kind of pauses and goes, "Oh, uh, my mother does a lot of performance stuff. I could probably
Oh.
talk to her if it's not like too terribly in the future."
Um. Yeah. I mean, really, the sooner the better. But I'm specifically looking for animals who can perform and their masters.
Uh, she has a familiar that can do things.
This could work.
Okay, I'll bug her about seeing if I can borrow her dragon. Maybe she won't mind.
If she has any friends with performing animals, that would also be excellent.
Uh,
Got
she might. Who knows?
a performing sword.
Does that count?
Used to storm.
Ah, yes, the singing and dancing sword. One of the best Munchkin items.
Quite good.
Just find Ace and get him to transform into an animal or something, and he can dance.
That's
Easy.
true.
Easy
Use-
peasy.
Is that cheating? Technically.
I'm gonna come out this door now, assuming I'm not gonna ruin any conversations.
No, we're done.
Okay. Hi. Yeah.
Yes, hello.
Been busy with studies. Sorry.
Yes, I know.
Why do you look pissed?
Because I am pissed.
I can tell.
Good. You're getting better at that.
Uh-huh. Well, I mean, it's natural talent. People knowing when I need to be running away from situations.
Alana, Ash, could you please leave us now?
Of course.
Thank you.
Oh shit! I wanted.
Yes, you did. In fact, you and your friend have trounced this into me. Gods above.
I mean,
You,
how
you
how
and your
bad
little
could it be?
patron are going to be in for it.
What?
It is quite bad, actually.
What?
I haven't actually confirmed this with you, J-Mac, but Silas knows the details of his curse, correct? Like, as
Yes,
in,
he knows
yeah,
everything
it's like
about what I posted
innate
there.
thing. Yes. So, you, you will make sure Alana and Ash are gone and away from the door, having Curiosity stand, like, hover over it now.
Yeah.
To make sure they're gone.
You see, Bluebell was lingering for a while, but upon seeing Curiosity just hanging there, will leave shortly after getting the hint.
Good. 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 Good.
Wow, you're
You.
like the stammering rage. Okay.
Yes, yes, I am. Because you have cut me off from my community.
What?
My fellows, I am stranded.
What?
I am cursed. I
Okay.
am cursed in one of the most horrible ways I can be for a noble who guides his people and
Wow.
Shall I post the curse effects in the out of character chat, or do you want to keep them secret?
yes, please do. This is what you have done to me, as Silas will explain to her.
Huh. Huh?
You have ruined my reputation with an entire sect of a church, an entire country, in fact, as well as you've cut me off from yourself and from everyone else.
The
I am
empathic
all-
link between you does actually feel weirdly grainy.
I am barely able to keep everyone together, keep connected to everyone with the Ion Star. Attempting to aid you directly will be incredibly strenuous.
I'm sorry.
Your apology shall be accepted in time. But for now, I want you to understand how angry and how rageful I am at you and your God.
I didn't know.
We are going to be speaking with him.
He didn't know.
He did.
I didn't.
He is a god. He is the one who took the wrench,
Yeah.
and he
He's-
foisted it upon you.
Yeah.
He is directly the cause of this.
Yeah.
Well, I exaggerate through my anger. He is not directly, no, but he is very much a perpetrator in why this has come to pass.
Can't you just? I don't know how
This
curses
cannot be
work.
broken. I have spoken with Brucey, as they are called in Between Ways, the expert on breaking curses and such. No questions asked.
So
This cannot be broken until I have either removed the cursed layer or have them remove it.
so aspects.
No, it was not aspects.
Oh, who?
And technically, aspects did give you the curse.
Well, yes, okay. Yes, aspects, but more specifically, one of his followers, one who is directly in charge of the search for the wrench here.
Oh, he's fucking here.
Yes, they have a camp outside of the academy in the woods. There is a large group of them with 2 priests that seem to be quite powerful.
Ah, fuck.
One of them, roll up because it is a thing. Jodalus is one who I believe has the direct reins on this curse. Now, I bring this to you directly because not only are you a large part of why it has happened, it affects you directly as well because I can no longer aid you. At the very least, no longer aid you easily. And so I'm calling on our little contract.
Okay.
Thank you. I am glad you understand the severity of this and are willing to just accept what I ask.
I mean, I don't completely understand, but I
No,
can tell you're very angry. So yeah.
yes, and this has been very cathartic.
Okay.
Now then, now that I have calmed slightly, we are going to be speaking with voice.
Oh, right now.
No, not right now. I need sleep. I have been awake for a very long time in order to catch this spy, and now I need some rest.
Oh, is it spy related?
The spy was very related because the spy was hired by the clergy of aspects that are here. I have managed to pay them off in order to get them to leave, as well as interrogated them for information.
Oh, that's
Which,
good.
admittedly, it has had a nice side effect of I am now cemented in their mind as both a reasonable and also frightening man to be the enemy of. So thank you for that, at least. It is rare for me to get direct chances to spread this sort of influence.
Right. Okay.
Yes, I understand. You are Silas can tell you are not understanding this fully, the ramifications, which is
No,
fine.
I understand the ramifications. I don't have any idea. I'm sorry. I'm trying to work on how to fix it.
I understand. I understand. That said, You know me. You understand how I work, correct?
Yeah, I do. I get it.
I am not expecting you to solve this alone, and I am asking you do not attempt to. As much as this curse has stopped me from connecting with my fellows and my allies in the way that I wish, it does not mean that I cannot work with them in the traditional sense.
Aaron's going to take out the coin and start do a bit of a roll between the fingers and flick it up in the air and then catch it again, kind of artfully and trickfully,
Mhm.
the holy symbol, and try to see if she can get contact with voice.
You just get like Vimento. Nothing happens, it seems.
Well,
Hmm.
I had an idea. I couldn't certainly do it. I don't have the magical aptitude for it. Um, Personally, honestly, I don't really feel like I can do anything to help get rid because I'm not. I hope
No,
you understand I can't give that wrench to him.
oh, of course not. No, I do not expect that. I would not be giving it to them just out of spite at this point.
Okay, well there we go. I was thinking we're not going to be able to. At least I can't see a real way that we can respectfully ask that guy to get rid of the curse.
No, at this point it is. I feel as if this may be a war.
Frankly, I was honestly just going to see if I could think of a trick and see if we can pawn the curse off on someone.
I do not find that tasteful. At the very
Ideally,
least, depending on the target.
ideally one of them.
Absolutely, if possible, I would love it if I could
Um,
redouble it upon them.
I don't know how this curse is manifested. Do you know if it's like a physical curse or is
It
it
is
mental or
it is
spiritual
thankfully
or
not physical. I think it is tied directly to my psychic presence.
well, then frankly, if we can make it seem like someone else is you temporarily, we can maybe pawn it off.
Yes, perhaps. It would be wonderful.
And frankly, voice is the master of making things seem realer than they are. And
Excellent. Uh,
if we just do a little bit of finagling, I think we can maybe sleight of hand it over. I just need to find a way of disconnecting it from you temporarily to put it on someone else. Because as soon as a curse realizes that it doesn't really have a target, I think it's going to try to find someone else, or at least try to stick to its main target, which would at that point be someone else. I just need to figure a way to get it to jump off you for a second.
excellent. Good, good. This is why I came to you, because you're very good at creative solutions to problems as well as other reasons that you know of.
How do you feel about temporarily dying?
Okay. And here and here is where I'm also sometimes loath to come to you because your measures do end up being very extreme. No thank you.
Well, no, that's not what I mean. Frankly, I don't have a way, any way to get that curse off you. I do know my environment, though, and frankly, I know of a place where you can't die permanently.
Hmm, that is
So, if we just sort of murder you in the basement with the person who's we want to the curse to be on, chasing us, and then we get them to seem like you, maybe the curse will get confused as you get shunted up to the real world and he's down in the basement with the curse.
while interesting and if it works, it would be wonderfully ironic and excellent. It does seem very unpleasant for me, as well as
Well, I mean, this
given
curse
that
is
there
very
is
unpleasant. It
it is
seems
very
like.
unpleasant. And perhaps you're correct, it may be more unpleasant than death. I have yet I have yet to truly understand how bad this is, as I've not attempted to well I've not attempted to use my magics to aid others at the moment.
Yeah. Um.
But on but while an excellent idea, I
I'll
must I
work it up.
must I must point out a bit more pragmatic one of we can just sort of make them force them to remove the curse in some manner.
I don't think that will work as well. Religious people kind of be
Yes, I
zealous.
know.
Yeah, I can't.
Yes, I'm perfectly aware.
I can't. I can't think of a way where I could threaten them to make it remove it. Because frankly, they'll laugh at you and say, "Haha! If you kill me, it'll be on you forever."
No, actually, if I kill them, it will disappear
Oh,
because
really?
yes, the curse is directly through it is from aspects, but they are being used as the conduit to maintain it.
What curses were sort of things that you could laugh at people as you died with?
Generally, yes. Deific curses, sometimes yes. This one specifically, no.
Oh, well, I'll workshop it.
Yes, yes. I shall also be gathering other allies to help with this. Those that I trust, and
Yeah.
And now that my anger has been vented out at you, and thank you for taking it like a champ and not running away.
I'm probably gonna go cry after this. So
I understand, and
yeah, it's
it
fine.
it will help you release the emotions.
That's generally what I do. Yeah. If it makes you feel any better, I was looking for an excuse to try to figure out what that death sort of situation looks like. So I mean, I could go first. I'm looking for an excuse to try it, honestly. I mean, frankly, the idea of not being able to die is fucking fantastic.
Then feel free to attempt it yourself. As said, if you find it fine, then your ideal is still on the table. It is just not my first choice.
I'll.
Understand. So
I'm not sure. Are there going to be an illusion that allow me to actually make someone's aura or mental state the same as yours, other than possession?
I'm certain there is. I'm certain there are ways.
Do you feel like being a ghost?
I'll be honest, it is. I feel as if it won't be much different from my day to day, just a bit more directly imposing
Ooh, I thought
my
I was
psyche on
depressing.
others.
All right.
It is not like that. I was more speaking towards the possession.
Oh, right.
Either way, I must now go to bed. Ah, this is a weight off my chest.
Oh,
Being-
I figured it out. I've done it before. We can do it again. You remember that sleight of hand trick I did on the headmistress? And she was able to use your psyche to be able to break the bond that Cordia had on her. If you just impose your will on the person after I sleight of hand a crystal into his you know orbit, I think you can trick the curse, or at least pawn the curse off on the crystal.
Now that is far more both reasonable and likely, because we have an example of it happening before. Excellent. Now I am going to go to sleep.
You do that.
Good. Please sleep as well. You do need to sleep because you have been working a day out.
What day is it?
You will be sleeping tonight.
What day is it currently?
Silas will inform her.
Saturday.
You have
Oh
likely
shit,
been
it's
very
Saturday?
awake.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Go sleep.
Yeah, I missed both my classes. Okay.
Good. Gods above. You are infuriating at times.
Well, shit, man. I got a lot on my plate. I got a necromancer and now a cultist trying to kill me. Jesus.
No, the cult isn't trying to kill you. They're trying to murder me and take the wrench
Oh,
back.
okay. So I also have not only the wrench to deal with, I have the necromancer and also a bunch of other really ambitious students trying to steal a necklace from me.
There you go. There
Okay.
you go. More accurate.
Oh, wow, it's been a day.
Yes, it has. It has been a week.
Fuck it. All right, I'm gonna go to bed. Aaron goes back to the door, and you hear a box fold up.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Aaron will just close up the box.
Oh, that box, right. I was thinking like Aaron just crawls into a cardboard box to get sleep.
No. Aaron's sleeping in her house.
Evan's
Right, okay.
secretly a cat.
It's like, what the fuck? Box. It's because I call it the cube.
Yeah, cube.
I know, yeah. That was the saddest conversation I've ever witnessed. Jesus.
Yeah, Aaron's depressing. I like it.
It's like kicking a fucking puppy. Jesus, Silas.
As Silas is mad.
Yeah,
I
that's
haven't been able
fair.
to. I haven't been able to really show how petty and vengeful he is at times, but this was a very good moment. Because remember, he did sort of evolve from the idea of the Ponzi noble kid who, if you mess with him, he will casually just flick you in the back of the head with his mage hand. Well,
Oh no, I
without you
get it. It's
noticing.
just
So
it's also vaguely depressing.
that's fine.
Picking on a cripple.
I'm picking on a cripple who has very much shown her capabilities.
Yeah, a genius level intellect cripple.
Yeah, there's a
Wait,
reason why
you
Silas is more than willing to do this.
You tipped over. Fuck, what's his name?
Cool.
Stephen Hawking's wheelchair.
Oh.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
Jesus
Aaron will
Christ.
sleep.
So yeah, sideline for what you missed. Silas obviously found out. Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to break this curse because it's from a god.
Yeah.
And then all this, as Curiosity noticed another person poking about the dorm late at night again.
Yeah, everyone should be happy that I have Curiosity because he is constantly on the lookout for stuff like this. So I always know when we have spies.
Yeah, currently
I don't always do
Curiosity has
something
got
about
two
them, but-
weirdos watching you.
Yeah, exactly. Which, admittedly, 2 weirdos watching us is a bit much for weirdos. Like, other dorms don't have this many weirdos watching them.
You don't know that.
I guess that's technically true, yes. But still.
Other dorms have us watching them.
Technically, there is another dorm across the way, and Curiosity does watch it when everyone's sleeping.
I live in a pocket dimension.
And that's fine, he doesn't watch you anyway, because, hey,
Good.
you have an exception.
That's sad.
Hmm?
Never
Did you
mind,
see?
Sad he failed his tracking.
You got very close, and if anything, you helped the others find them because they're
Yeah.
following you.
Yeah, but in Wolf's mind, he still failed.
You're tracking someone who's 2 levels higher than you. You did a
And
very
invisible.
good job, and invisible.
Well enough.
And a wizard.
And hey, if you weren't harrying him so much like that, I doubt he would have attempted the trick.
No, more likely, what he'd do is he'd get back to camp, go, "Hey, you 2 divine nerds, you can heal me, right?" And they'd probably be like, "Yeah."
Turns out he had a wolf literally breathing down his neck.
Insert image of that guy floating down the hallway while the other person runs.
Yep.
Yeah, Wolf,
Okay.
Wolf doesn't make a difference. He failed. So he needs to get better. Faster.
But at least we kind of know what Silas has been using the 5 days for. Which leaves me with a final thing. Rose, did you have anything you want to do right now, or is it just stuff?
Just stuff. I don't think any of
Okay.
it's particularly important to be covered during session.
Okay.
Outside of contact mom again.
Again. Mom!
Man.
God.
Ari
Just
is used to her daughter clinging to her. Separation
Aw.
anxiety.
Just send me a PM and I'll remember and get onto
Okay.
it over the week. As you go, "Hey, can I borrow one of your 50 dragons?" Okay, thanks.
She doesn't have 50 dragons. She probably has maybe like 3.
That's still a large number of dragons.
Well, they're just fairy dragons. They're tiny.
Still, like, we're still. Well, I guess they're pseudo dragons, aren't we?
Yeah.
You can put them on. You can put them in your pocket.
Well, no, they're actual dragons. They're just really, really small dragons.
Yeah, pocket dragon.
Okay, sideline, now that you're here, I'll direct attention to the planar puncture progress, where you can see that it's almost finished for tier 1, which will
Yay.
technically allow you to enter into rifts, if at a great risk.
So I'm gonna
Because
I'm gonna tie a note to my drone's face and chuck it through a portal.
that's certainly something you could do.
As long as we can, take it back. Hopefully,
Yeah.
give it 2 charges.
You'd have to find a way of recharging the orb and / or giving it another orb.
Yeah, that was my goal. Was I wanted to talk to Ippos and say, here's a charge spent orb. Hey, buddy, take this.
I
We need to
have
go
no idea how
Get
to
you to lick
charge that.
lightning.
You
Well,
need
you
it-
had a plan,
I did a
remember?
I did a whole ritual for it last time, didn't I?
The ritual was to add it to your staff. What you need now is a lightning storm, which I guess I can move
Oh
for whoever
yes, that.
for the next couple of days. As you can, and / over the week that has just been.
Hey, Ippos. Now that you're lightning proof, we could really reduce the cost of this lightning stick. I mean, the main thing that was going to be expensive was the regulatory system, but now you're lightning
Okay.
proof. So I guess if you're good enough with magic, you could be the regulatory system.
Boss has no idea how that would work, and he's just looking blankly.
Uh, you basically take all the lightning and make sure it gets into the orb, not all at once.
Do you want to know the incredibly ironic thing?
Huh?
First roll for the weather after 5 days is severe thunderstorm.
Fuck me.
I can give you a stick.
Well, he was planning on. I think he's got one left himself that he was going to charge up. I think. I don't fucking know, but yeah, we can do that.
Okay, well, I guess I can work really, really quickly to make an apparatus. Okay, I got it.
I mean, as Ipos knows, the only thing you really need for this to work is a very high place, and also probably don't be in the area because a lightning bolt from the sky does 8d10 damage. Which, I mean, Ipos might actually survive, but you probably don't want to chance it.
Yeah, it would have to roll poorly.
Like, what, you have 20 health.
Resistance 10, so effectively I could take 30
30.
damage and be
fine.
like unconscious, basically. So it would have to roll below average.
But you can essentially go on top of the school building, set up the apparatus you need for it, and have your 2 orbs charged.
Oh, we haven't built that because you gave a cost up for it, and
That
we
was not for the charging thing, that was for the ritual to implant the orb into the staff. There isn't a cost associated to charging the orbs, I don't believe. However, I
no,
will
there
go check my notes.
was.
Let me go check.
Because I certainly haven't designed it, because that was something we needed to build.
I'm pretty sure the requirements was just... It's not an Anika probe thing. Da-da-da. Okay, it's not in there. And I'm fairly certain for the recharging it via lightning storm, all you need to do is have it get hit by a lightning bolt. Which for that, all you really need is pretty much a long metal pole to stick up on.
Okay. I'm going to take my Traveler's Any tool, make a 10-foot pole. I'm going to reinforce it with one of my gadgets, stick it to the end of the orb, go duck in the ditch and cover my head.
Please don't destroy your any tool.
Well, that's why I'm using it, because it's hard to destroy, and lightning doesn't really do much to metal.
You can melt it a little bit.
It's magic, and I also reinforced it. We're good.
Let's see.
Well, Ipos is not going to be right up at the lightning rod, but he's not going to be taking cover either. He's going to be like rain dancing it.
Sure, give me a performance.
I was going to roll one anyway, but seeing as you asked for it. 28.
Why do you always roll so good when it comes to like weird weather-related dances?
Ipos likes to dance, and he's druid. It's like half his thing.
Okay then. Ipos, you spend some time dancing around Aaron's weird apparatus, and as the storm starts to reach its heaviest point, the rain and wind are buffeting you, but you continue to dance blindly. Suddenly,
You sure you're good?
I will respond in a moment when I find out what happens.
pretty much instantly. Oh yeah, I should probably also note the wind is really bad today. Apparently 62 miles per hour. This is pretty much a very small storm, or very small like tropical storm, apparently.
Fortunately,
But,
Ipos is very small, so he's like low to the ground. He's harder to pick up.
Technically, that makes it easier to blow away in the wind,
I
but this
know.
place does have like banisters, so it's fine. As Aaron basically shouts out, "Are you good?" There's a sudden smell of ozone as crack. The pole near you gets hit by lightning. It's glorious to Ipos' eyes as the light burns into your retinas and you see the 2 orbs suddenly infused with energy. Ipos, you see something else in the lightning as well.
Oh dear.
Tiny dancing sprites, short-lived. Almost like little fairies just seem to be dancing where the electricity is hit, but you can see them very quickly fading fast in the area.
Ipos is going to dance around where he briefly saw the fairies and basically like try to draw more of the lightning energy into that specific spot to like power the spirits. Because we've got the orbs charged now, it's still a thunderstorm, there'll be more lightning.
Okay.
And he sort of shouts
Give
back,
me.
Ipos good!
Throw me the
Oh.
orbs!
Busy!
What?
Boom.
Mop!
I'll give you this. You can give up your either a combination of sorcerer and druid spell slots to feed these spirits. Just tell me how much you want to give up.
This is a new day. We're not planning anything
Yes.
for the Sunday, are we?
Well, this would be the Monday.
It was-
However, considering
it was Saturday
it's
before, and it was the next
Oh, yeah.
day, so that's the
well,
Sunday.
this would be for after about 5 days,
right. Okay,
which was
fair,
to take
fair,
place over.
fair.
But yeah, I don't know if you really want to be going out when it's a severe thunderstorm with apparently windstorm force winds.
I mean, the only other thing he's going to be doing is studying, which, you know, he can put that off for a day. So, how stupid do I want to go here?
Yes.
I'm thinking yes.
Are you thinking everything?
I'm thinking everything. I'm thinking he just fucking overloads himself and channels everything he has into this.
I mean,
It
Ipos is lightning
used to
proof.
be a blue kobold. He is now charred black.
No, he's a kobold. Remember, he's metallic now.
Plus, I need you to confirm.
It is 5 first level sorcerer spells, and I believe the third level druid. That'd be no. I can't remember. My head's fried at the moment. And amount like 4, I think, first level and 2 second level druids. I'm pretty sure.
It should be 3 first level, 2 second. Yes.
Yeah, that.
As you just give everything. Your skills actually, yeah. As the electrical energies just kind of float off you like water, infusing these sprites. Did you bring your staff?
Hell yeah, it's part of my shtick. Why wouldn't I bring a lightning staff to a lightning storm for a lightning dance?
Rather than infusing the area where you kind of push the energies, the sprites instead latch onto yours, dancing around you instead as the lightning just kind of flows up around you, as they seem to just happily chitter in your ear in a language you don't understand. Actually, do you speak Oran?
No. I barely speak Common. Why would I speak Oran?
Like, I don't know. But
Common,
anyway,
Draconic, Sylvan, Druidic.
yeah. And a language you don't understand, they just speak incredibly fast before suddenly they all flitter into your staff.
I'm collecting more pets.
Evidently.
The fuck did you do? Did we get hit by another lightning bolt?
Epos made friends!
What?
Friends!
What? Aaron's deaf from the lightning strike.
I'll send you an upgrade later. But basically, the gist of it will be whenever you cast lightning spells, you'll be able to call upon the aid of the fairies.
Oh dear. Ipos made good friends.